can see which scarf I'd like to borrow. That's no scarf. Yeah. So, are you listening? Because so we're going to do a little process now that is leading in a little in to somewhere where we're going to use it in a way in working and touching with each other. So I did ask you at the last minute, I'm sorry, to bring a scarf this week. If you didn't, I did bring one of my bags. I collect eye masks for this and other reasons, but to use in processes like this. So the first part of the process, Julietta is going to guide you in. Okay, so she's going to explain it a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to, you can put, no, I'll give you the masks in a moment.
Okay, yeah. So this is a game.
Does that feel weird?
Yeah.
It does.
It's like having a
bug.
Yeah, thanks. So this is a game that I normally do as well with my group of theater or in yoga. We do it as well. And it's about being blindfold and find your partner and discover the environment, this environment that we have today, without see anything. But the person who is going to guide you, of course, is not going to be blindfold. And it's about listening yourself, listen the other person, listen the others. So you're not allowed to talk because it's a lot of focus on what you're doing and the things that we have around. It's a lot of awareness. So that's pretty much what we're going to say from now.
So, who would like a eye mask? We actually, do you want to get the hair first? Because you only need one eye mask between the
Yeah. So, find your partner first. Anyone, the person next to you. You have one? You need this one? You probably need something underneath, you think? It's pretty good? Okay. But it's a light coming.
Just in case.
Yeah. So we only need one in between two people. Anybody else needs one? We are good. Okay. Good. So when you have your partner next to you, don't put the blindfold yet. So we all see what we're doing because then we have to swap. Okay. So I'm gonna draw with Loki, for example. So he's gonna be blindfold, and the other person is gonna. Can you face that way? So yeah, you're gonna be with your hand here on the waist. Okay, and Loki can place his hand on my shoulder or on my waist. Depends how high we are. Okay, now we can turn around. So we're not gonna say we're gonna go forward. No, we're not gonna say that because that is not the point. Or we're gonna go down, or we're gonna go backwards. We're not gonna talk at all. We're gonna be here for a few moments, and then when we feel ready, we're going to try to explore some things that we're not going to tell him. He's trying to go in a rush. So he's trying to guide me. Yeah? So it's important that we listen each other. So we wait. And let the person who is going to guide you take the decisions. So it's a lot of trust on this person, and it's a lot of awareness in this one. Okay? So breathing, grounding, and having fun. You can have fun. You're going to explore what is guiding someone and the person who is being guided. No, no, no. The exploration is about the room. So be aware of the things, of the others. Yeah. Well, that can be one thing. But first of all, we walk a little bit around. Okay? It's about walking and guiding and not, if you go with one decision, go for it. Don't go like, because he get lost. So you go with one decision and see all the things around, and then you decide when you stop. Am I then? I'm gonna say nothing now. Can be one of the things. Okay, cool.
So what they do is up to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll have about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. So make sure that it's not caps. You say the caps. We take the caps away.
Yes. If there's cups, glasses, or a bottle, could you shift them away?
Yeah.
And pens. Pens can be
annoying as well.
And painful to stand on.
Thanks, Loki. And before you go for a walk, you can turn around this person a few times so she gets disorientated. So, yeah. Just wait, Philippa. Sorry, I'm going to explain that better. Before you go for a walk, hang on. Before you go for a walk, just step away, and you just do one or twice so she gets a little bit disorientated where she is, and now you can go. Because otherwise they can imagine where they are. And please be quiet. Please be quiet. Think about your own organization. Like Stephanie said all the time, how you organize yourself, how you organize when you guide someone else, how you breathe in.
Anytime they get really uncomfortable,
yeah,
they can tell their partner or they can take the blindfold just so they know.
Do you want to say?
And just be aware that the blindfold or scarf is a really loose connection of keeping using yourself in a different way. So if at any time you feel really uncomfortable, really and unsafely disoriented, you can either tell your partner in some way or you can take off the blindfold. Just so you know, that's an option.
So you can try different levels. Yeah, well, you can try going down near the floor, going on your tiptoes, going on your tiptoes, not crawling. Or crawling, you can try crawling, but don't try when I'm saying that, just try to explore your own possibilities. You can change the speed. And you can take your time as well. You don't need to be walking all the time. You can take your time to stop, pause, and think about the next. like we do in awareness through movement. You organize and then you do the next. Yeah, okay. Think about the quality of touching as well, the other person. If you put in too much pressure or less, how is the right amount of pressure or connection? Where is your attention? Try something new, something that you haven't tried yet with your partner. Maybe exploring surfaces like the floor or the wall, some different textures. Maybe changing the speed. Or if you've been walking and walking all the time, maybe have a quiet time when you pause and feel before you move. It's a lot of listening each other. Mm. Don't lose the connection with your partner, Sue. You have to be attached to him all the time because he's on blindfold, so he don't really know if he kind of fell over. So try quirky things, but be aware about the other person. And it's 1 more minute before we swap. Don't lose the connection. That's tricky there. There we start to feeling something fun going on. After a few minutes, you know what is going on. Your partner is, don't talk, please don't talk. So how can you communicate without words your intentions, your ideas? So the other person is not guessing, it's just actually feeling and doing it with you, not after you. So you became one. So find your way to come up if you are lying down on the floor. Try to keep quiet and pause standing up, wherever you are in this room. Have one moment together there without moving. Now the person who has been blindfolded is going to take the scarf or the blindfold away. We're not going to talk, so we don't lose that silence internal connection. We don't say, thank you, it was amazing, or what you did to me, nothing. We go for a little walk by ourselves, walk a little bit in the room, see if you notice any difference. Please don't talk. See how you're walking, how you're feeling in this environment, if you notice any difference about the walls, the floor, the way that you walk, the way that you look each other. And then walk around the room, separate from your partner, so you have a little break for 1 minute. And then find your partner again, and we're gonna swap roles. Yeah, in silence. So now the person who is gonna be the guide knows what it works better for them. So in terms of awareness, when the other person maybe makes me touch some surface, or when I went down to the floor, or when I was quiet walking, whatever it works for you, see if it works for the other person as well. And turn around a few times, this person, so that person doesn't know where she is or where he is. And we have 5 minutes to explore. Yeah. And before you go for a walk with your partner, just have a moment to feel the other person, to feel the contact, to feel the connection, and hands and waist or shoulder, whatever you decide. Organize a little bit yourself, and then you go. You've got the whole room. Give time to your partner to feel safe for a few moments when you walk. And don't lose connection with your partner. It's not about doing quirky things. It's just more about how can you guide that person. Yeah.
Objects on the floor.
Yeah.
How are you guiding around them or over them?
Yeah. So because we've got a lot of things on the floor, a lot of objects, how do you guide your partner through that objects, like so edges, blankets, that layers on the floor? Because you can see, so you can see them, but the other person cannot. So, that was a good example. But you can be playful as well. So don't be serious. Be aware. It's not being so serious. So be somewhere in between. And please don't talk. Anything you need to communicate, use your body, use your hands. And if it's not so clear, you just pause and take another way to tell the other person what you want to do, what you try to do, rather than using your voice. Which part on your feet is touching the floor first when you're walking forward? See if you can find more and more details. Slow down if you need to slow down and be more and more conscious about the environment.
How do you know if your partner feels safe?
Good. How do you know, Stefan is saying now, how do you know if your partner is feeling safe? And make sure that all of you are distributed along the room, not all concentrating in one spot. So it's a space and room for everybody. And try to go as much as you can all around this room, not getting stuck in only one spot. Because there's a lot of things to explore with, to play with. And remember levels, the floor, crawling, jumping, if you haven't tried yet. I don't know, I'm just putting things out. How do you know if the person that you're guiding feeling safe right now?
Is there something in the quality of their movement, or can you sense their breathing?
Can you sense how they're breathing, or the quality of movement they're doing? They feel a little bit stiff somewhere?
And how do you respond to that? How do you respond?
And how do you respond to that? You're reacting and saying, no, I'm going to go this way anyway, my way, or you just make something good for all of you, adapt. Yeah. Don't lose the connection. This is another game. As soon as you lost connection, it turns into another exploration. So it's about being together. One system. You can play with that, yeah. And how that sounds feels into everybody else. How far the piano is from you right now. So you can tell where you are in the room, probably. So one more minute. And it's time to try something new if you haven't tried yet. If you've been walking, probably it's time to stop. If you've been so quiet, maybe try something different. Awareness through movement. Mm. And do you do this for you and your partner or for the others in this room? Just for you and your partner. about trust. Are you aware of your own body as you guiding someone, or are you collapsing any parts on your body, your lower back, your shoulders? Please don't lose the connection. See if you are aware of your own breathing. Do you?
Some people make me hold my breath.
Yeah. Be aware of the others around you. How do you do that? You can be on your own little system, looking only yourself, or you can be part of the big system and looking yourself and the others. This is why we step out of our mat today. I think that was my intention. To see how can you deal with the rest around you. And something interesting to think about it is, as you guiding the person, you guiding this person with your head, with your hands, with your feet, with your chin. Which part in your body is moving first? So when you really start to slow down and pause where you are, keep they can have another walk. And then keep the connection with your partner for one moment, just to feel what is pausing there. And the person who is blindfold, take the blindfold away. Please keep quiet inside in your internal space. Go for a walk on your own around the room. Don't say anything to anyone, how cool or how you feel about it. Just have a moment with yourself, internalizing the feelings, all this love that we have around, all the trust and everything. And then wherever you are now, pause, close your eyes. See if you feel something different. Now you are alone. We're not going to go for a walk, but just feeling inside. How you grounding? How you breathing? How you feeling? And before you go for the next walk, see if it's something is a little bit softer inside you when you walk, on your shoulders, on your hips, that you're not holding too much. You know a little bit more about you, about others, and the space. I hope. And yeah, open your eyes, go for another walk, and go into your mat to talk a few minutes with the person that you work with, sharing experience and the things that you like more or less, or they work for you, or anything you want to share. Now you can talk.